Hey, what's up, guys? Your host, the Big O here, and I have a great video today on the Goldbacks, and I am excited to explain everything that we should know about the Goldbacks and squash the negative feedback on Goldbacks. Stick around. Welcome back, guys. First off, a happy new year, and I hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. Yeah, we just hit $34 trillion. So happy new year to that, right? Oh man, and it continues to grow. This debt, this national debt is just absolutely unsustainable. I can't see any way of paying this off. And eventually that dollar will crash. We don't know when, but we will see it. And many of us will witness that crashing dollar. So what do we do in the meantime? Well, there's an answer to that. We have an alternate currency called the Goldback, made out of 24 karat gold. These Goldbacks were first released in 2019. And during that release date, the current exchange rate was $2.25. As of today, the current exchange rate is $4.31. That's amazing. I mean, we're talking less than, 4.5 years, give or take. I think it was released in July of 2019. So just think about that. $4.31 in today's exchange rate. So what can we do with the Goldback? Well, guys, this is, I was going to say in my opinion, but I'd like to say this is a fact. This is real money. There's no question about it. This is pure 24 karat gold. This 50 Goldback is equal to 1/20th of a troy ounce of 24 karat gold. New Hampshire Goldbacks. Currently, there are 5 states that accept the Goldback as voluntarily legal currency. Okay, we'll talk more about that. But right now, those states are Utah, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, and Wyoming. Texas is soon to release their Goldback. It's just a matter of time. Could be this month, next month, but it is coming, guys. I can guarantee you it will come. And that, to me, is amazing. That is going to lead us to more and more states looking at an alternative currency as opposed to using to a faltering dollar. I mean, we know the dollar has lost well over 90% of its value since 1933, and it continues to lose value. We're not out of the woods when it comes to inflation. Yes, it's cooled down a bit, but I believe this inflation is going to be sort of a tsunami, right? You get that first wave, hits you, and then that second wave is going to be even harder. I am predicting that, excuse me. This is just a matter of time before we see that second wave crashing towards us. Okay, so let's talk about the Goldback and how they are made. So according to Alpine Gold Exchange, the creation of Goldbacks relies on 5th generation vacuum deposition technology. The designs are printed on a sheet of polymer. I mean, we're talking a very, very thin layer of polymer. Then it is bombarded with the correct amount of 24 karat gold particles in a vacuum chamber. That gold is then sealed inside another second layer of polymer. Again, keep in mind, very, very thin layer, thus creating that beautiful image. And according to Alpine, this process has been in development for nearly 2 decades and has never, ever been counterfeited. So truly advanced technology that we're dealing with here. And this is just absolutely amazing. So I briefly discussed the technology used in making these beautiful gold notes, and they are just absolutely amazing. And I want to talk about the negative feedback that I hear out there, especially on YouTube. Again, not going to mention any names, but there's quite a few local LCSs out there, right? Local coin shops and bullion dealers. And some of them have stated that these are nothing but collectibles. You're wrong. You don't collect these. These were created and meant to be used in circulation, to purchase goods and services. And I want to set a good example on that. I was able to hire an electrician under New Hampshire featured businesses. I was able to hire an electrician to perform some work on my house. And he accepted the Goldbacks. He's listed on featured businesses on the Goldback.com. Additionally, I was able to obtain a haircut at a barbershop that's also listed on the New Hampshire featured business, right? And I was able to get a nice haircut on a 5 Goldback. So again, exchange rate $4.31, and you just times that by the face value. So you're talking over $20, right? Yeah, I know. These days, a haircut can be well over $20, but very reasonable. Not to mention, gave him a good tip, right? Gave him a couple 1 Goldbacks as a tip. Again, $4.31 per Goldback. So I gave him a good tip, over $8. Why not? Especially when I was absolutely amazed and just thrilled to see local featured businesses in New Hampshire that will accept these as true legal currency. I mean, this is just amazing, guys. The negative feedback out there, these guys absolutely are not doing their due diligence or research for that matter. They're not. Read about it. It's pretty simple. Go to goldback.com. Go to Alpine Exchange Gold. Read about what these are meant for. These are not collectibles. You collect baseball cards. You may even collect those rare coins. And I've seen people spend a ridiculous amount of money on rare coins. Hey, hats off to you. That's your business. But me personally, I don't want to see my customers spend a ridiculous amount of money on obtaining silver or gold, right? Yes, the premiums are pretty high. Well, I shouldn't say pretty high, but they're up there. But we're dealing with fractional gold here. Just like 1/10 of an ounce, quarter ounce gold coins, right? The premiums are pretty high on those too. So again, when we're talking about high premiums, you got to consider the reasons as to why the premiums are high on the Goldbacks, right? We're talking advanced technology, advanced anti-counterfeiting technology on these gold notes. Fractional gold, they too have high premiums. I mean, let's take, for example, the 1 gram gold bars, the 5 gram gold bars. Premiums are pretty high on those, especially when we're talking about, they're literally the size of a fingernail. Not to mention, I don't know about you guys, but I may end up losing a small fractional gram bar. I mean, they're really, really tiny. Whereas a 50 Goldback, I could just take this right in my wallet. Thank you, goldback.com. Nice wallet. I don't have to worry about losing my wallet. I protect my wallet at all costs. I don't know about you guys, but think about that, right? We're dealing with advanced technology here. Lastly, we're going to talk about the featured businesses on the goldback.com site. So let's dig in. So guys, real quickly, these obviously come in different denominations. They are all 24 karat gold. The 50 consisting of 1/20th of an ounce, the 25, 1/40th of an ounce, the 10 Goldback at 1/100 of an ounce, the 5 at 1/200 of an ounce, and the 1 consisting of 1/1000 of an ounce of gold. In terms of featured businesses or the number of businesses, currently in Utah, we have 696. That's amazing. Nevada at 51. New Hampshire, 125. Wyoming at 56. And South Dakota at 150 and growing. These are all growing. Let's dig in. Guys, here we are, goldback.com. Before we continue, I just want to point out and say I am not by any means affiliated with Goldback.com, nor am I affiliated with Alpine Gold Exchange. So let's dig in. $4.31 is still the current exchange rate. So keep in mind, as gold prices increase or rise, well, you're going to see this exchange rate rise as well. So definitely aligned in correlation with gold prices. So let's check out featured businesses under Goldbacks. Select featured businesses. Select your state. Again, Utah, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, and Wyoming. In this case, I'm going to select my state of New Hampshire. Give it a few seconds to load. There's a map of all featured businesses that will accept the Goldback. This is absolutely amazing. And we're talking well over 126 businesses and rising, right? So let's dig in briefly. We have family dental for your dental needs. We have law firms for legal matters. Check this out. OM Bullion. This guy's really cool. He accepts the Goldback. That's right. I will accept, not only do I sell, but I will accept the Goldback. So for example, you want to purchase silver from me and you want to pay me in Goldbacks, well, guess what? I am the only bullion dealer in New Hampshire that will accept the Goldback. So let's scroll. Oh, check this out. Local farm stands, right? Fresh fruits and vegetables. Why not? Tattoos. Get yourself a tattoo if that's what you're in the mood for. You have jewelers. You have, let's see, what else? You have, check this out, Keen Barber. Get yourself a good haircut. Need a new roof on your house? Roofing. There you go. Guys, the list goes on and on. I could go on with this, but I highly recommend you check this out. Let's jump over to Alpine Gold. As you can see, they are selling the Goldbacks at a very, very good price, right? Compared to other online bullion dealers, well, I'm not going to mention any names, but they are just price gouging on the Goldbacks, right? So there's no need for that. Absolutely no need. But let's briefly look at the prices. $4, nearly $4. So $3.99 for one Goldback. So I too sell the Goldbacks and I like to compete at more or less the same price as Alpine Gold. I will sell the one Goldback at $4. I don't like dealing with cents, right? A 5 Goldback, I will sell it at $20. You get the picture, so on and so on. They also have an abundance of information that I think you guys are going to find extremely interested. So please check them out. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I really hope you found this video useful and informative. The Goldback is the answer to an alternative currency. And we need to send a message to our government that we're not going to take it anymore with their fiscal irresponsibility, a rising national debt. Keep in mind, as the dollar declines in value, and as a result of that, we are losing purchasing power. However, as gold prices increases, well, guess what? That exchange rate on the Goldback increases as well, thereby giving us more purchasing power for goods and services. You all saw the featured businesses on goldback.com. Check it out again. I highly recommend. We should have the Goldbacks in our portfolio. We should start using the Goldbacks in circulation. These are not collectibles, okay? They're not meant to just collect them, put them aside, and forget about them. That's not the idea, guys, right? That's not going to happen, at least with me. And many, many others out there are doing the same. We're spending our Goldbacks for goods and services. And when you think about fractional gold, well, the Goldbacks, they break it down even further, right? So, for example, you can't spend a 1 ounce coin on a tank of gas, but you can with a 10 Goldback, right? You can't really spend an ounce of gold for $200 worth of groceries, right, at the supermarket, but you can with a 50 Goldback, right? Think about that, right? This is something that we should start using right away. This is the answer to a faltering dollar. Guys, also check out Alpine Gold. They have some really good programs. Talk to them. You'll get a ton of information from those guys. They're just absolutely amazing. So guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Again, preserve your wealth. Take care of your health. Most importantly, keep rocking and keep stacking. Thanks, guys.